my name is Molly Golden. I'm the president and founder of Go Mom Inc. And having just had a rare earthquake and anticipating the side effects of a hurricane, now is a great time for me to do a video for you about emergency preparedness. Not specific necessarily to hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, or earthquakes, but specific to just simply being ready in case of emergency. There are a lot of great resources out there, especially with FEMA and at us.gov. I've got the links below. That's where you want to start. American Red Cross too. But this video is to give you some of those things that you might not think about tips. Number one, keep this bin year round. It's a designated bin. Use it exactly for this purpose, and with each season, take a look at it, freshen it up, and make sure that it has what you need. You're always going to have the obvious: water, food that won't spoil, batteries, first aid kit, those things that just go without saying. A battery-powered radio, just everything that you would need for just a day or two. Okay, so keep it stocked and keep it ready to go, so you don't have to freshen it up every single time. Number two, a checklist. I'm loving the one that I just got from my insurance agent because it has all sorts of phone numbers for every insurance company you might need. It has a short list of the kind of supplies that you might want to freshen up in this kit. And more importantly, it's paper. Paper counts when there's an emergency, because guess what? Not only will your electricity go out, but so will your phones. Cell towers don't work when there's an emergency all the time. So paper copies of important phone numbers really matters. And since you're going to have inside this bin all of your important papers in a waterproof container, you're going to have everything you need anyway. The next tip is your mobile. Keep it charged. Go ahead and charge it now. In the case of a hurricane, we know it's coming. So I'm going to charge up all of my mobile. I'm also going to charge up my camera. And I'm using, of course, my video camera. Why am I going to do that? I might have to take pictures of damage, and I want to make sure that I have as much battery power as possible. So what's the ace in the hole? Your Go Green charger. Get that bad boy charged up now, and then you'll be able to plug anything you need into there, even if you don't have power and even if you need to recharge. I love these things. It could be worth even having two, one for you and one for your partner, so that everybody's mobile is covered. Fourth, make sure that you have a little doc kit of comfort items for personal hygiene. We're talking medicine in case you have an upset stomach. I'm talking fresh wipes. I'm talking aspirin for the headache you might get from your kids whining. Yes, a doc kit, just like when you travel, of the kinds of medicines or little items you might need for your personal hygiene or personal comfort, so that you don't get caught off guard and be unnecessarily uncomfortable. Think about it for you and for your kids, because it's going to be a different series of items. Make sure that you fill up on those prescriptions. This is one that you'll see publicly. This really matters. A month's worth of prescriptions, and make sure that you have cash and both cars full of gas. Very obvious, but do it now, do it early, because you know, you just don't know. Again, electricity goes down, you can't get your gas, and you can't get any cash. Not good, especially if you have to leave where you are. Sixth, an activity bag. Go ahead and take a few minutes and make up an activity bag for each of your kids, and include a nice big flashlight, so everybody has their own flashlight. And if they're that territorial, go ahead and put a label on those flashlights so that no one can say, he's got my flashlight. Restock the batteries in there. And the point of this is, if you have some reading material, you have some artwork, you have a coloring book, you have their Nintendo DS or PSP, all things that will help them pass the time. You might even throw in a game or two. Little family time. And then finally, make sure to share your plan of what you're going to do with a family member who doesn't live nearby. You may or may not have to evacuate. You may or may not have power at your home. If they're worried and they're seeing on the weather 5 states away all these terrible things that are happening in your area, someone in your family needs to know what your plan of action is, so that when they can't get in touch with you because they can't send you a text or they can't get through on the cell, they're still going to know what steps you're taking and when they can anticipate hearing from you by. This matters greatly in making sure that your emergency plan goes just as planned. So I hope that these tips of some things a little bit less obvious will help you be that much more prepared as you get ready for the next natural disaster that comes your way. Doesn't that sound fabulous? Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.